Here is a shot of the automatic winding mechanism, which also is part of the main spring bridge. We're going to take this apart. There's a couple of components here. The main thing we're going to do is get that winder off there, and flipping this over, you can see there's a shaft running through there with a little E-clip, C-clip, whatever you want to call that. Just removing that is going to get us the chance to take everything apart. The lighting, I'm trying to do a little better job with the lighting. This C-clip, can't imagine it being that tight, and as you see, a little screwdriver pops it right out with no difficulty whatsoever. You don't want to be too aggressive because it will go flying. Put that in our parts tray. And I'm going to turn this over. Got some lint right there. And you can see that's going to come right apart. Are we in the shot? Our lighting ain't so good. How's that? That's a little better. Then we can take this, turn it over, and we get an idea of that back side of that mechanism there. Looks like it's got a decent amount of oil, some grease. Okay. And that just comes off. And if you look closely there at the base, that is a cam, an eccentric that allows that push-pull system to wind the mainspring. Seeing a decent amount of lubrication on there, it's a good sign. Also, on the bridge, you can see a decent amount of lubrication. Does this watch need a service? Probably not. But I take them apart anyway, just for this purpose. That little device here is a spring load. Puts a spring load on this winder, and this, when you wind the watch through the auto winder, this will slip out of the way so it doesn't transfer that movement back into your stem, which is going to come right across here. So as the automatic winder moves, this will act like a click and jump out of the way. Very common on automatic watches, Russian, Swiss, and obviously the Japanese. That spring, if you look closely right here, passes through to the back side, and it's just right through here, that hole right there. It's kind of a two-pronged system, it looks like. And if I just kind of nudged it out. Okay, let's do this. I nudged those little fingers out of the way a bit, but it didn't pop off because we have two pins right here and right there, and I don't know if this thing's going to go flying or not, so I put a little Rodico right there on top of it and then pick it up. Okay, let's get a close-up of that. There's that spring. That's what that looks like. Just snaps in. Very nice. On the back side, let's refocus. On the back side of this, also, if you notice, we have a couple of shock-mounted jewels here and here. This spring assembly, we're going to take apart. And the plate holding it on is right there, held by that spring. Don't worry, my screw didn't go far. It just popped out of the shot. And that plate should just lift off. And if you notice, there's a winding gear right here. You know what? I think that's going to pop through. I don't know. Let's see. Does this come out? Doesn't appear to want to come out. Okay. Is it keyed in somehow? I don't know. Perhaps these are assembled this way. Don't know. Doesn't appear to want to come through, and that's okay. Could be it just needs to be cleaned and serviced just like that. Not unusual. So we really can't do much with that other than take that plate off. Removal of these shock jewels is going to be the same as we did on the balance. So basically it's a fairly simple system here, which is okay. One thing I do want to show before wrapping this up, because I'm ready to put things in the ultrasonic cleaner, and that is how to clean the balance, because it is so delicate. How do you clean a balance with that hairspring without getting things rattled around? Because we have the balance jewel removed, it's just a matter of putting it back into let's see, where did that sit? Make sure we're in the shot here. We're basically going to put it back onto the movement base, and you can see it swinging. There's no jewels in the way, there's no bearings. We can still, when we put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, it's going to allow the cleaning solution do its work. It helps maintain the integrity of the spring so it doesn't get banged around. Let's see. And we don't tighten this screw all the way. We're going to leave things a little bit loose. That'll allow the ultrasonic cleaner and the solution. So there it is, somewhat tight, and then I just back it out a turn. And when I rattle this around, shake it, you can see everything moving. If I give this a tap, it's nice and loose. Everything's sitting in here. And I will put the entire assembly in the solution in the ultrasonic cleaner, and it'll clean everything. And when it's rinsed, I take it out, let it hang, and allow everything to dry. Then we can start assembling. So our next video is going to be assembling this movement.